Hey there hunters, and welcome back to the Gunners Guild. Today we have the light bowgun trailer for Wilds that dropped, so we gotta do some talking. But as I do my little introduction here, I'm just gonna let the actual trailer play out like all the way so you can get a good first look without me interrupting the flow of the video. And I do want to point out that I've not played like Frontier or Monster Hunter Online, so what may be new to me may not actually be new. So yeah, I don't really have references for that. But also, this trailer kind of messed up a lot of my thoughts on Heavy Bowgun that I had put out last week, so I'm going to have to talk about Heavy Bowgun a little bit too. Anyway, let's just dive into this breakdown of the Light Bowgun trailer right as it's done. So of course, the first thing we're going to have to point out is that yes, Light Bowgun has rapid fire as well. So now both bowguns have access to it, which is kind of a bummer to me. The more features that are shared between the bowguns, the higher the chances that one of them is just going to be obsolete compared to the other. Light bowgun's rapid fire was faster compared to the heavy bowgun here in the trailer, but that could just be a recoil level thing. We don't really know what kind of recoil and reload systems we're going to have here in Wilds, so it's possible that heavy bowgun could just get as fast rapid fires as light bowgun, but again, we don't know. And of course, as you can see, light bowgun is going to be walking and shooting much faster than heavy bowgun because it's lighter. We also have a very, very fast reload shown off here. It's probably the fastest reload we've ever had in a Monster Hunter game. And again, we don't know what the reload levels are in Wilds are going to be, so it's hard to say if MMOs will be able to achieve this often, or if heavy bowgun will be able to get that fast as well. It might be something specific to light bowgun. We don't know yet. Then in this next clip, we have the sidestep and slide from World. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of this. I would have preferred just the slide because the step doesn't do much for you. And the time it takes you to sidestep, you can pretty much just walk away the same distance in that time. The slide is cool, but I just hate the step in first. This is just a personal take there. Next, we have the rapid fire energy gauge, which honestly left me with more questions than answers. By the looks of it, turning it on just lets you do the valor style step and shoot, but into like a 3-shot burst here. But what I'm seeing here is that it's eating the ammo you have as it's firing, which it didn't do in GU. So I'm thinking that it's not just the default normal shot like it is in GU, and I think it's going to auto-fire whatever ammo you currently have active, which honestly is pretty awesome. So this is why it's shooting like the same 3 bursts as it always has, is because that's what the hunter was firing. And so this is going to turn your defense into offense as well, and light bowgun definitely needs all the offense it can get. And I think that would be a really cool change for the whole sidestep valor shot. Now also in this clip, we can see the ammo symbol next to the 3 special ammo shots. The infinite mark here leads me to believe that we're just shooting normal ones in this trailer because, well, it's infinite, that makes sense. But I'm also wondering why we didn't see an ammo icon during the heavy bowgun trailer. Also, since this is the same color as the special ammo energy gauge and wyvern blast rounds, is there something special about this on the light bowgun? Like, will light bowgun need a symbol like in this little like ammo table to show that the ammo is capable of using the rapid fire energy? Because I don't think we're going to be able to rapid fire all the ammos like this, like spread 3, pierce 3, and stuff like that. That'd be kind of silly if we could sidestep into a spread 3. So we may have some sort of ammo table that's going to show us what kind of ammos will work for light bowgun's energy gauge thing here, which is where the differences will kind of start to arise between the 2 bowguns. Now at the end of this clip and on the last round of the mag, the hunter does a sort of short siege where he crouches before firing another 3 bursts. I'm not really sure what this is either, because it has a unique sound effect like it's a powered up shot or something, but it doesn't have any charge or glow effects, and it still ate up the same, amount of energy when it shot, and it still did the same 3-shot single burst, but obviously consuming 1 ammo. So there's gotta be something more to it, and I wonder why they did it at the end in the last round, and I'm wondering if you're actually able to dump like a whole clip this way and siege for as long as you could fire, but I don't know why they wouldn't have shown that. So I don't really know what this whole part is. Like, why would you crouch down to do one more shot that looks like it does the exact same thing as everything else? I don't know. One other small thing to point out here is critical distance. Man, light bowgun has some really short critical distance with normals. I don't know what spread's going to be like if normals is going to be, out of critical distance when you're this close to the monster. I get that it's targeting the body and not the head, but it's not that far away. It's like 2 rolls maybe. Now this next clip, we have Wyvern Blast. Great, it's in. I love these mines. They're the best thing they've ever added for light bowgun. And next we have the hunter that shoots a non-rapid fire shot, which is with high recoil. Could be anything. Looks like a spread shot judging by the shotgun shell discharge and the impact we've seen through the fire. Then we have a focus attack, which is a counter mine, which again, I love it. So we can finally get both counter mines and regular mines, and that's just going to be amazing. Now, another thing I want to talk about with the focus attack is that when I made my heavy bowgun video, I had referenced the focus attacks video. And then there's a part here where the guy uses a countermine. Now, I assumed that this was a heavy bowgun just due to Capcom only showing off greatsword and heavy bowgun footage by this time, and also the horizontal bow arms and the fact that he was charging the focus shot, but it's clearly a light bowgun now. So it kind of does blow a lot of my thoughts about heavy bowgun out of the water, because now we've only seen heavy bowgun with the shield mod and with one focus attack. So the chances of variable focus attacks and mods have dwindled significantly in my eye. Anyway, let's finish up this light bowgun video. So then we get a mount finisher, that's cool, but then we have this. This is interesting. This is a sidestep, and then by the looks of it, it's like a combat dive that you can shoot while you're diving as well. So I think this is like after you do the sidestep and then into the slide, you can shoot during the slide, and then you'll do kind of like this dive animation. I don't know if you can always shoot and slide or what, or how you actually trigger this, but it looks amazing. And it seems like all the dodges that light bowgun can do can be shooting out of it as well. It's like the short step with the rapid fire energy, and then the slide with this, shot dive kind of thing. It looks great. And that's pretty much the end of the trailer. So let me close with a few more thoughts. First is that there must be some sort of communication error with the developer interview a while back, and I hope someone can actually find it and clip it to me, because I thought for sure that bowguns were getting a big overhaul, but from the looks of things, they're not. Heavy bowgun is just world heavy bowgun with guard retreat and rapid fire ammo. That's cool though, that's fine. Light bowgun is again world light bowgun, but with valor, sidestep shot, and some evade shots. That's about it. It's different, but I wouldn't call these drastic overhauls by any means. They're not that different. So they're pretty much just updated bowguns. That being said, they both look absolutely great. My only concern is that I feel like one of these is going to outclass the other super hard, but it's actually going to depend on the bowguns in-game for the most part. Like light bowgun here looks like it can dish out a ton of damage, since it can be shooting while dodging, and then your DPS is never really going to go down. And being able to valor step shoot whatever ammo you have looks great. But if the damage is low, or if the light bowguns themselves can't shoot any good ammo, like if you can only do that on like spread ones and normal ones and stuff, then it's not going to mean much. If you could sidestep shoot a spread 3 or a pierce 3 with adequate reload and recoil, I assume, then it's going to be a monster. But it's really hard to tell from these trailers. They also didn't show any status or elemental ammo at all, which I found interesting, because that should have been a good talking point for light bowgun, especially from people who may not be familiar with gunning in Monster Hunter. So I don't really know what our ammo situation is actually going to be like in Wilds, to be honest. All in all, I think both the bowguns actually look pretty fun to use. They're very fast and fluid for a change, but I'm kind of let down that there's not a significant, weapon overhaul or moveset change like I was expecting. But maybe the trailers just don't do the bowguns justice. We don't know yet. I would have still preferred that we just got one bowgun and a new weapon though, because I don't really think we need both of them. Like, if you had a mod slot to put on a shield on a light bowgun that would turn it into like a weightier, heavier bowgun that you can no longer dash and slide with, I feel like they would basically be the same weapon at that point. Like, that's literally the only difference I can see. It's like, yeah, we have a different energy gauge. It's not a big deal. You could just swap it on like the, loadout screen or something, and a shield mod. But anyway, that's going to be all for me. Thank you all for watching. Can't wait for the bow reveal and the Wilds demo at some point. I still like the look of gunning. It looks great in Wilds. But yeah, peace and good luck out there, hunters.